It's not even showing up on my Twitch app. We're streaming.
Well, we are live right now.
Okay. Thank you for joining us for Second Wind Games. Today is just a test stream. We're not going to be live for too long. We just want to go through, make sure everything's working for everybody. So if anybody who's watching wants to interact and ask us some questions, please feel free to. We're going to follow our usual format. We are playing, the game is called the Chronicles of Calastia. We are playing Scarlands, which was create format, which is a 5e compatible, Dungeons & Dragons 5e compatible game created by White Wolf / Onyx, Onyx Path Publishing. I will go through the names here, and I will have each player introduce themselves and tell you what they're playing next week. Next week we will be playing live for the first time back since before this craziness for coronavirus started. I'm going to go ahead and have Ed introduce himself first.
Hi there, I'm Ed. I play as Eduard, half-elf paladin.
And then next I will have Courtland.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Courtland. I play Drexes and Asathi monk.
And then Asathi is kind of like a snake reptile race in Scarlands. Pretty cool. Blaine?
Julian Harper, a human thief. Not much to it. At least, yeah.
Okay. Brad and Rachel are actually sharing the same screen.
Manticora Bard.
I'm Brad, and I play Kavdin, a human wizard.
And then last but not least, we've got Matches.
Matches, I play Leotahk. He is a Manticora druid with a dark past.
Oh, so edgy.
So edgy.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, when we last left off, Leotahk had been killed in the field of battle by Captain Laura of the Calastian army. Miraculously, as his allies began to flood the battlefield after being overpowered by her might, Leotahk rose from the grave and unleashed some pretty heavy magic upon Laura before rejoining the group. Let's see, they took refuge in a wooded area a couple hours away from where that battlefield took place, where Leotahk and Kavdin exchanged some rather gloomy glances with each other. Leotahk, he didn't really seem to be the same anymore. There was something odd about him. His eyes were red. He was covered in some tattoos.
I yelled at him and told him that he was my enemy.
Was this before or after he came back to life that he was your enemy?
Well, before.
Oh, okay.
But now more so. And more publicly.
Yeah.
What's not working?
Stream.
It's live. I have it up on my phone.
Oh, shoot. That's right. I do have extra monitors. I can do that now.
There we go. Anybody have anything else they want to say about anything that's going on? Their thoughts or feelings on how the game is progressing?
There's.
I like the fact that I don't ever get the same name twice with NPCs. It seems like so. Yeah.
There's a lot of development going on. We're seeing that we have a very, very diverse group of not only just players, so to speak, but more like we have a diverse group of personalities. a lot of us are assholes, and some of it's because of like our past and our history, which is eventually going to be fleshed out, I'm sure, from everybody's different different character and whatnot. But like I think the overall like growth and development of the overall dynamic of the game has been good, like, so far. Like there's a lot of lines that have been basically drawn with different people, but I think that that allows you to tell a better story that isn't just a run in the mill D&D game.
Yeah, thank you. It's pretty good. Ed, do you have any views or thoughts?
I'm just curious to see where this all goes with what happened at the encampment. I wasn't really expecting that. And now, like, the interturmoils between what we have in the party is actually coming more to light than it has been between Kavdin and Leotahk.
Mm-hmm.
Although my character tries to see like the good in everyone.
Nothing wrong with that, honestly.
Well, you're a paladin. You're a very nice paladin. So, that's pretty cool. That's what I like about Ed. Edward, excuse me. That's what I like about Edward. He's a very nice person. He's not very in your face. He's not, most people play paladins like they're Judge Dredd or Batman, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will take justice into my own hands.
Hey, Ian and Ed, if there's a way for you to turn your mics up a little bit, go.
Turn them up.
Please, yeah, just. I can hear you fine, but apparently it's very, very quiet on everybody else's end. Oh God, that's loud on my end, so it needs to. I'm sure that people can hear it now.
Maybe I just have to speak louder. Is this okay?
I mean, that's fine for me.
Am I still quiet, or am I fine?
All right. Did
no, you're all right.
Chat.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Drexes, what's going on through Drexes' mind right now? I mean, there's been a lot of craziness happening. He seems to be like he's a very go with the flow kind of guy, but I mean, you can only go with the flow for so long, right?
Well, Drexes, the whole thing with Drexes was for him to come out and, given his past, was for him to find like purpose, adventure, more self-fulfillment. I feel like he as a character has gotten really attached to his group of people, and I feel as if he is I don't want to call it family. I mean, essentially it is, but like at the same time, like, we got Uncle Leotahk over here, while being all grumpy. So
Uncle Leotahk.
So we gotta fix that, and so he's trying to just maintain balance, to keep everything on the up and up.
Yeah. What about you, Blaine? What's Julian going through right now?
Look, I have no utter idea what he's even doing half the time in his group. He's just there. I mean, the fact that everything about him's a lie is the best thing. I mean, the name he's giving the party is not right. The name he gives NPCs isn't right. He's literally a walking deception, and I'm waiting for an opportunity to just. I'm playing a Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, so literally that's what I'm playing here. So I'm waiting for a chance to actually go into that.
Yeah.
So right now his cover as being a failed bard reject drop out of the military is kind of like, it's working for now. Everyone assumes he's kind of useless, and that's how I'm playing him.
I wouldn't think anybody thinks you're useless.
No. I try very hard to portray him as a bumbling idiot. Because, like, do you really trust him? No. Why? Everything he says is a lie. Except what he says is the truth at the time. So therefore, what I'm trying to do is just thread in the fact that he's telling the truth but lying at the exact same time, so that way people just go, no, he's just wrong. No matter what he says is wrong, and even though I'm right all the time.
All right. Rachel, what's going through Subira's mind right now? I know there's a lot of craziness going on.
Let's see. What's going through Subira's mind? Well, shoot. I don't know. Like, we're being followed by a zombie cat, so I'm not really comfortable with that. And that's shown.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things transpire in future episodes. But I'm a very uncomfortable cat at the moment. Like, yeah.
So would you be
I guess
cat?
Subira would be on intense, like on guard all the time right now.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that. All right, Kavdin, what's going on through your mind other than his great disdain for Leotahk / zombie talk?
Yeah, that's true. He does hate Leotahk, but like for the backstory of this character, like there would be nothing in this world for any reason that nothing in this world that Kavdin would hate more except a person who stared kind of death in the face and cowardly chose to come back to Earth as opposed to and like make a deal with these creatures whom Kavdin has had nothing but horrible, he knows that the Titans are bad and he knows that you shouldn't make deals with them, and seeing that creature that used to be Leotahk would probably be, I don't know, like a breaking point, kind of a tipping point for him. He won't let it go. It won't be something that goes away.
For sure. You've definitely, Kavdin's definitely made that very, very well known to Leotahk and some of the party members as well.
Oh yeah.
Really, so far, I think only Drexes is okay with Leotahk. I don't know about Ed. Ed, what's going on through Eddard's mind with the whole Leotahk coming back to life thing without the use of spells?
My character still thinks that there's still some of whatever is left of what was previously him in there. So he's not all God, but he's just different.
Yeah. Okay, so he's still kind of holding on to the hopes that Leotahk will come back, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for me as the DM? Like anything story-wise you think that I might be willing to share?
No, I'm pretty good so far. Can't really complain for once, so yeah.
I feel like Blaine wants to offer us a blue or a red pill.
No, they're both the exact same color. I'm just lying to you. It is.
They're all gray.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just one's Dayquil and one's NyQuil.
Okay, well, I know we're kind of there's some technical difficulties going on with the chat box right now.
Yeah, we're gonna work towards getting that fixed over the next couple of days. It's for some reason it's not centering properly, and it's gonna take some time to fix that. So we're going into what, episode 9 is our next one?
Yep.
Yes, episode 9.
Episode 9.
We ended that last episode with the party standing outside of the city of Drell.
Right.
Right, now we just talked about a bunch of drow,
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
which I strangely am happy to see a bunch of drow. It's a weird development. It's like everyone else, oh god, drow, they're all bad. And here's me, good to meet you all. Go and raid the other town. It's nicer, it's easier to hit. But aren't these your people? Yes, they are my people, but that's not my problem. Go look at them. Why? Because I just found out that my country is even more decrepit than I thought it was, and I supposedly was a agent of this country, and now everyone's in. So go ahead, slave down south. I don't care. We don't care. Let's go do this properly.
God, during that whole entire interaction, Leotahk wanted to cast silence on Julian so bad.
That's okay. I just want to go to drow sign and just been signing all the details to him.
I love watching Julian get into a rant. It's hilarious.
It was more of a, why are we talking to these assholes? Just let them go. Tell them we're not gonna bother them. Leave us alone. We will leave them alone.
You could have made some friends.
I was looking forward to future friends underworld contacts that I need to create my own underground organization to overthrow the kingdom. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Sliverlord 3000, thank you for that sub with your Twitch Prime. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Because obviously, when we found out from Cal that there is absolutely no one who's actually got a spine in this country to stand up for anything good, that means I gotta go out and do the hard job of creating my own underground resistance organization to overthrow my own corrupt government somehow. So, gotta start somewhere. If that means I drow underworld contacts, so be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. You never know. You know. You never know who you're making contacts with. You shouldn't just be a jerk to everybody.
Our king is literally known as the Black Dragon. His wife is literally a manipulative bitch who literally murders people through manipulation, because it's more entertaining to kill them through subordinates than to kill her with her own sorcerer's powers. You can't just fight that by walking in and going, "Hello, I am a grand and powerful noble. I shall fight you in honorable combat." She's just going to call down 100 guards and kill you, and he'll laugh about it the whole way. So yeah, I need to find somebody who will throw him down a mine shaft or something. I don't care. As long as he dies is all I care about when it's over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I've had about 2 months to think about this, so yeah.
Well, you're kind of the resident, lore person when it comes to this setting.
Calastia is unfortunately the villain of like every other part of this entire continent. So every plot line always comes back down to what's wrong with the entire setting? Calastia. Where are we at? Calastia.
Right.
What are we part of? Calastia. So who do we serve? The Calastian king, who is evil. 30 years ago, he stabbed his own dad because his dad was too wimpy. And then literally the rest of the court and said, "What y'all gonna do about it, bitches?" And everyone went, "No, we ain't doing nothing. You got this, man. You win.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, you good." And he turned around and like stabbed like another person. He's like, no one challenges me. You're all fucked now. 30 years later, we're now looking at the idea of Calastia, the most powerful kingdom, which was once the most enlightened kingdom. Now looking at the rest of the world, going, "You are all wimps, and I will conquer you all because you're all inferior to me. Not because you're all lower, because you're just crappier than our country, and I will conquer you in the name of Great Britain. I mean, Calastia." Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Not at all. I would love to know what you think about the king and Calastia as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a whole nother conversation altogether. So I don't want to waste that much time talking.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, it's because ultimately you're the one who runs the king, but I just know what the official setting was. So I'm just giving you the general idea of how evil the king really is, because in every White Wolf setting there is the Even Dragon and the Scarlet Sorceress and the Scarlet Empress, and that's what we're dealing with here. Is the Scarlet Empress, who's always scary as hell. And in this book, literally, she's, like I said, she's a overpowered sorceress who legitimately considers putting blood on her own hands to be below her.
Mm-hmm.
So she will literally murder us all in our sleeps with minions before she'll do it herself. But if we get between her and the king, she'll kill us all mercilessly.
This all sounds like conspiracy talk from a heretic, is what I think.
I am
And,
definitely a
like,
heretic.
I don't know if I'm
so-
okay with listening to any of this.
Yeah, just put your tinfoil hat on. That'll be okay. In true Gravity Falls fashion, I've already had an iron plate inserted in my head, so that way the evil demons can't get to me. So it's okay.
You don't know that. The evil demons could still get you.
But the one I care about can't, and that's the only one that matters.
Which one is that?
That is not your concern at the moment.
Which one is that?
No, that's not important at the moment.
Ed, your camera was bouncing there.
Oh, I was just adjusting my seat.
All right. I was like, what's going on?
Is that some bass boost, Brad?
Some bass boost.
You don't need to worry about that.
Don't worry.
Pay no attention to the man under the table. What?
Brad was prepping that insta kill spell that he's got.
Give him time; he'll have it.
Why are you waiting so long? One of us already turned into a zombie.
I don't need one specific spell to cause all the death. So
Meteor storm. What subclass did you go again, Brad?
it's been a while. What did I do? Fuck. The one with the portents.
Did you go evocation?
No.
No. Okay.
The one with the what?
I moved my D&D books out of my studio space, so now I don't have them at my disposal.
Okay. I think you said the portal sense.
No, the one with like the portents where you roll the d20s and keep them in. Ooh, it's something even Blaine had to look up.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Sorry.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Yeah, me too. And I'm
That's
the one
my
playing.
problem.
I'm the one.
I'm drawing a blank, and I'm drawing a blank right now.
Dude,
It's
so
been
am I.
like-
I'm just like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
It's been like 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, divination.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Kind of going for like a battle wizard Jedi type thing with him.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
So we have a question, actually.
No.
Are we allowing
Jedi.
wild mount? Specifically like things from the new wild mounts source book, like the new classes and stuff. That's a question for our DM.
So pretty much anything that's been printed, I'm not gonna allow anything that's unearthed arcana, but anything else is pretty much free game. Obviously I wouldn't let anything from Eberron in here since it's Scarred Lands. But yeah, like any subclass, feat, what have you, anything from Wild Mount, Xanathars, Swords Coast. Yeah, I don't even. I'd still allow Swords Coast stuff too. Elemental Evil. You know, I haven't really taken a look at Wild Mount yet, so I don't know all the nice cool stuff that it has yet.
Yeah, he's specifically asking about the Echo Knight. The Echo Knight is a very interesting subclass that has so many uses for it. I would love to go into like an entire just talk about it over an hour, because it's a really, really well thought out subclass that has some really cool stuff about it. So Blade Singers, he's asking about Blade Singers as well. Which Blade Singers are they're an elf specific type of wizard.
Okay.
And I'm sure at some point we are going to run into some kind of blade singer at some point, if I know Ian as well as I do.
They're a wonderful class over the years.
Yeah, no, I mean pretty much though. I'm pretty laid back. I don't like stupid, crazy races though. Like Pathfinder had some like really weird races and sub races. That some of them are just kind of like,
They have an entire
no.
book of dumb races, and the ability to create your own dumb races in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love Pathfinder though. I mean,
I love
you get
Pathfinder, but-
so overpowered like after level 6, it's crazy.
And Pathfinder let me do some really stupid things. Hell, I ran that engine for 20 years. I think I know it pretty good. So
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
Well, the thing about Pathfinder is that once you hit that real sweet spot level for your class and your build, you're only gonna die if you want to. Like it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, it
Warhammer's
really is.
number 1. Get wrecked, scrubs.
Like
I've only played Warhammer like once.
I've never played Warhammer ever.
I love Warhammer. It is absolutely my favorite system by far.
oh, that's
Yeah.
definitely up there.
But I also enjoy all the other ones too. So
Mhm. So, Ian, I played in a couple of your Pathfinder games, and
Mhm.
we found out just the most ridiculously powered class in that entire game, and that was the Inquisitor. That just has so many options for it that just make it ideal for every situation in the world.
Almost.
Vigilante
yeah,
is also
yeah.
over out there.
That whole class really I feel like it really made you have to think to get around certain things because of the different things that you can do with it, with things like teamwork feats and stuff like that.
You play with
Yeah.
we found Inquisitor to be one of those classes that was better as a support character. Like, you know, if you had cohort and leadership, you put that as like your cohort's class, and you ran off with that. It was amazing. So
I know it's kind of boring for Drexes and Eder because
Oh,
5th
sorry.
edition's their first time
okay.
with tabletop.
Okay.
You guys are doing really great though. I love the way you guys role play.
Mhm.
I need Eder to wake up a little more when we're playing. He's so passive.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to continue to not have to actually be an important character. That's all I want to say. Is just in the background going, no, I'm not important. Please let me just be a manager for the bard. That's all I want to be. Meanwhile-
Blaine's at the point with Julian where he just wants to play a civilian character.
Oh, I do. I actually do.
I'll
It's just
make-
that
I'll make you
unfortunately, I know that I can't.
It's like, screw it, we're not doing any of this anymore. We're just gonna all pick up some instruments and be a band. Julian will be our manager.
That's the whole fun part about playing a character like that, where you want to go back to civilian life, but unfortunately, you know that you're just like any Bond movie. Bond's like retired. What happens? Sorry, Mr. Bond, I need to come back into the service. I don't want to. Oh, look, your car exploded. Now everyone's shooting at you. Guess you're back in the service. Come on and do it. And that's what adventuring life is like. Man, I finally did it. I retired. I'm 3 weeks from getting my pension, and boom, fireball. Oh shit, goblins. Now it's time for adventure time. Go kill the world.
Yeah.
No, because all you have to do is say, no, I'm not going to do that. Thank you, secret spy lady, for the offer, but I'm okay. I'm going to go home now and eat chips. And that's
that's
how you
very
handle
true.
a
Oh, you just have to
That's not
say
how it
no.
works.
That's the entire campaign. Is we're just
You
we're
should have just said no.
we're
That's the
role
entire
playing.
campaign.
We're
Moral of
ro-
the story. Just say no.
we're role playing as Sims now. That's it.
Hey, you want to ride on my boat, boy? No. Game over. You
Yeah.
won. Congrats.
Congratulations.
There's no fun in that. Like I said,
I'll
I've
arm
watched too
wrestle
many
you
of
for it.
too many of the
Ooh.
Bond conflicts.
There we go.
Can't do that.
Ed, I actually have a question for you.
Yes.
What goals do you have for your character right now?
My backstory for Edward is just like trying to do good throughout the world, just seeking out justice where it needs to be met.
Very straightforward answer.
I am the wandering long arm of the law, passively.
Passively. Courtland, same question.
I don't know if he has any like goals really at the moment. I think we kind of set out with a really broad goal, so just here for the experience type deal.
It's kind of like the group collective kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think so.
Well, if he was offered to go somewhere else, would he take it, or would he stick with his friends?
Ooh,
Good question.
Okay, let's just say like a female Asathi were to just like offer you, you're like, hey, why don't you just come back with me? You know, we'll start our own farm. We'll raise pigs. We'll eat the pigs. Don't worry about your friends; they'll be fine.
Is this like the little mini story? You know, the
it's like Babe, but with Asathis.
I'm not sure. I haven't think about that. I'm not really sure.
Definitely something to come back to.
Definitely.
All right. Julian.
Yeah.
Overall, like just personal character goals, like things that you want to accomplish right now.
Take down the King of Calastia.
Well, okay, no. We're going to put it as that is the penultimate goal, as we're going to overthrow the Empire eventually. But along the way, I want to, I don't know, enjoy life until which point that fate says I have to go and start the rebellion and save the galaxy from the Death Star. That's about what it comes down to.
I would agree with that. I feel like Julian would be very like Han Solo about it. You know, he's like, well, you know, give me your money, or I'm not gonna help.
Oh yeah,
you.
I'm definitely. Look, if you're gonna say it like that, let's go EU, and he's more like Talon Card,
okay.
Where he's just that. Look, I'm in it for myself. I'm in it for the money. I honestly, the way I'm looking at it from my background is that yes, former spy, trained as a spy, but due to political machinations, had his master get killed off in a coup. So really, I'm kind of a rogue agent anyway. So that's why I tell everyone, like, look, my name is a complete and total fabrication joke. I mean, like, if you watch like Deep Space Nine, Julian Bashir is a spy. That's where I got the first name from. Harper is from Forgotten Realms. Harpers are just bullshit good guy spies. And so literally I'm going around and saying, hello, my name is Spy. That is my name. And as I've been telling NPCs, like, hello, my name is Kevin Sanders. He's a spy master. I like, hello, my name is this. He's a spy master. Literally, I go around and I just tell lies. So therefore, as far as I'm concerned, I don't actually exist. The person I am doesn't really even exist at all. So Julian just kind of goes around and he's just going by whatever identity he feels like until which point that someone actually comes up and says, hey, we actually need you, or I find a cause to go, okay, cool. I'm going to go out and do something actually heroic, and or save people, and or do something to stabilize, solve a problem. Until then, I've got a bard to go be a manager for, and a bunch of party members to babysit for.
Rachel almost just punched me in the head because of that dog. I just want you to know that.
I mean, honestly, I'm just following the party around because they're more interesting than sitting around at a bar. So that's what it comes down to. So as long as the party is doing good things, I'm going to follow them around because ultimately my job was to stop bad things from happening. What's Captain Bitch Queen of the Universe? She's doing something wrong. She's enslaving our own people. My job, kill off things that are bad to the country. Who's ultimately the bad part of the country? The king. So ultimately my job is to kill the king. See? Problem solved.
How many identities do you have?
The law, Julian.
I have a lot. I have written down in a notepad like like 15 fake names, and I'm going to use all of them at one point or another.
That's cool. I love it.
You probably shouldn't talk about that like out
Hey, look.
loud in front of a lot of people.
Look, to all of
Well,
you,
this
it's
is-
all out of character, so therefore it's okay.
Yeah.
Once I'm actually going to say all this stuff, rather than have it sitting in a notebook gathering dust for 4.5, 5 months. So it's okay. But as long as, but just remember, I like you guys. You guys are the good people. I hanging around with all you people, so it's okay.
I mean,
Eventually-
but are we though?
Look, eventually,
not.
eventually, all of my story, all of my
There's
lives will
nothing
come true,
factual
and
about
it'll be
that.
fine.
All right, let's jump to Rachel. Let's see what her goals and everything are, just as a character.
I would like to do more bard things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
my
well,
character.
like what more bard things? Like more,
I don't know.
just like more performance arts, or
Yeah. Like I can't wait to get back to town and run off with Julian for a day and
That'd be
swindle
awesome.
people out of money.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
will please.
and Drell is a very, very, very wealthy town.
All
We are
right.
so rich.
Yes.
It is super, like, there's huge opportunities in there for you as a bard. Now, the fact that you're a Manticora might affect the amount of money you make, but there's still a lot of money to be made there.
I have a
Play your cards
disguise
right.
kit.
What's that? Oh,
I said I have a
kit.
disguise
Okay.
kit. It's okay.
Cool.
I want to encourage this so much.
Rachel's just gonna show up to a session one day with a bunch of instruments and try to force the bard RP.
She's gonna come in and she's gonna look like Brad, and we're all gonna be confused. Like, wait, why are there two Brads?
Wait, what? Now, how do we figure out which one's the real one?
Say something something Brad would say.
Wait a minute. I know how to figure this one out.
Fuck you, Leotahk. All right.
Damn it! Damn it!
Oh, I mean, she's the one who shot him in the head.
Right.
It's true.
So
That was
what are you gonna
great.
do?
I just told him that I hated him and he should die, but she actually like fucking shot him in the head.
You warned him too, and he still kept
She
walking
told
towards her.
One more step and you will get shot in the head. And he took a step and he got shot in the head. It was great. It was the best thing that's happened the entire game. I've
Now-
thought about it since then and I've laughed like on my own.
Oops. So, when I'm glad that it got brought up because I want to kind of talk about that a little bit. And it's gonna be very, very short because I don't want to throw too much out there about it. Leotahk would not have taken that step, and I kind of want people to mull that over a little bit and think about what all entails with that. But going into it, Brad, what are your goals and everything with Kavdin?
Well, currently to complete the quest that we're on, and now because of Leotahk's resurrection and return, to find a way to put a stop to that. Basically. But that's just, like, are we talking like long-term goals? Of
Like
the
just
character
like
from,
personal
backstory
character goals?
perspective?
Yeah.
Personal character goals. Just anything that Kavdin's wanting to do that he's
Okay. Well, Kavdin's whole thing was that he left university because he felt that the people that had the power to do something about the prevailing evil throughout the land, they didn't do enough to do it. Like there's two magical organizations, if I remember right, in the Scarlet setting, whose like whole goals are like world domination and stuff like that, and yet everybody kind of lets them exist and they just kind of do their own thing. And the Titans, they weren't like, they were killed, but they weren't killed. They were kind of just like in a way banished, and that ain't cool, and nobody seems to give a shit about that. So
Right.
Kavdin's whole thing was like, hey, we need to do more. They were like, hey, you need to stop having thoughts and just go with the flow. And so I was like, all right, well then I'm going like total gray wizard, and I'm just gonna start wandering around and like trying to stop these titans and like their influence into this world wherever I can find it. And that's why, circling on back, that's why Leotahk would be like the number one thing on Kavdin's mind, because when allowed to flourish, that kind of evil, even if it is small and remains small, can become bigger, more horrific evil. And that kind of thing shouldn't and can't be allowed. So that's why I don't think, as long as Leotahk exists in this form, Kavdin's like desire to destroy him will not go away.
Nice. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Like, I mean, because that kind of influence left unchecked, you don't know what he could spread, you know?
Mhm.
Right? You gotta nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
Like he said several times before, he is not Leotahk anymore. He is whatever creature is inhabiting Leotahk's dead body. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, kill the beast.
I think the big question that is on everybody's mind is Leotahk actually dead? And I think that's something that's been brought up by, I think Ed brought it up a little bit at one point. And I think at different points it's been brought up by everybody else. But I think Kavdin and Subira are 100% convinced that Leotahk is gone, and that this is just 100% some kind of dark entity.
It won't matter. For Kavdin, it won't matter though, because Leotahk still, in essence, chose to be resurrected in that manner, and to Kavdin, then it's that weakness that causes evil to flourish in the world. It's not the evil itself that is the greater threat. It's like the complacency of other people and the things that they do, the small little details of day-to-day life that allow evil to seep in and kind of break down society and allows it these big grandiose things to happen. I mean, we're 150 years after the literal war between gods and titans.
Yeah.
And like we're kind of treating it like, hey, this dude over here just got resurrected through unknown, probably dark magics, and we're just gonna be like, okay, cool, whatever.
No, I'm totally on board with this thing. Then again, I was against all that Titan stuff at the prison camp when it's like, we should be like trying to warn people back then, and everyone's like, okay, Titan stuff. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? I'm gonna stab you all.
Drexes, what about you? What are your thoughts and feelings on that? I know you kind of.
I feel like Drexes specifically, or at least with the thoughts of like, you mean like with regards to the Titans?
Yeah, well, not just of the Titans. I mean, him as a whole. I know you kind of talked about it a little bit. I didn't know if you thought of something to kind of expand upon more about like Drexus's goals and what his thoughts are.
Yeah, I got you.
Along with the Titans.
I got you. Or at least with the Titans specifically, like I feel as if Drexus doesn't really understand. Let's go with magic that much. So he doesn't really understand the concept of Titans. He doesn't understand that, I mean, the guy looks like him. Why isn't it him? You know?
For sure. I mean, and you're a monk who has access to magic abilities, but I mean that's like through your own chi and your own training.
Yeah, that's like inner. Yeah, but it's not like outworldly knowledge of just everything.
Right.
But that's that. And I was going to add to just like what I want to do with Drexus is I was trying to going with so I forget the name. It's like the Way of Shadow, I think it is. Yeah. It allows me to do more like stealthy things. Granted I am a monk, but I'm like the ninja monk,
Yeah.
So that's why I was trying to eventually, because the guy Drexus, he likes to fight. and I want to bring that out. And he does a lot of skillful attacks, a lot of unarmed strikes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm trying to make him more of like an infiltrator, I guess.
Okay.
Something like that, or just like a silent threat on the battlefield type deal, typical assassin type deal.
Okay.
Assassin like
cool.
monk.
Traveling with the party and seeing the racism, not just on the Manticores, but even on yourself. Do you feel like Horship, the Ironbred that's been going around slaving everything? Do you think he should be stopped, or does Drexes not really care about that? Because you haven't been like as affected as badly as Leotahk or Subira have. I mean, you tried to buy food at a stand and like they were kind of a dick about it, but
right.
For the most part, he's kind of escaped a lot of the slander.
I gotcha. I mean, I would love to, of course, have him stop. I do. Drexes does see it as something that should be stopped. So that's what we're doing. We're stopping it. And then, like I said, it goes into the self-fulfillment thing with Drexes and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely on board to at least. And then I think, what is it? Chaotic neutral, I think it is.
Yeah, your alignment.
My alignment. I think I was trying to go for just complete balance. I don't want him to be too bad, or not too bad, not too good. Like I just want him to be not like justified, but just.
And the thing with alignments are kind of weird unless you're like a cleric or a paladin. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like the alignment system is something that really doesn't need to be in the game anymore. As it kind of gives you like a strict, or not a strict, but it kind of gives like a guideline to follow for your character. But really, I mean, you should be able to play your character however you want to play.
Honestly, it's a bit of legacy, and it helps out for fighting monsters. That's because monsters require have them, but even now it still feels old and outdated. So
yeah,
that's a fight that you'll find on every forum and every group that involves
right.
Your alignment helps determine how you role play your character. Like
sure.
If you choose a neutral character, like a true neutral alignment, you can't as a character role play it that way as if you run around and you're just murdering people, because that would be an evil alignment
for sure. So I feel like chaotic neutral would be kind of good for what you're going for.
I think I'm true neutral if I remember correct.
Okay. Yeah, because like true neutral, you're just kind of like, well, this doesn't affect me, so I don't care.
I gotcha. I can, yeah. Like I said, group mentality, mob mindset.
Sure.
I was supposed to be lawful evil, but I got told chaotic neutral, so I'm playing that up as much as I can. So
I don't know. I think you
can play whatever you want.
Do it
really.
As lawful evil, because I mean, as long as you're doing evil acts, but you still have some kind of code that you follow.
That's okay. No, I'm liking this take on it because the chaotic version is much more fun than what I was playing.
Yeah, for sure.
People are sick. I never have fun playing a bad character. Ever. I do it as a form of punishment on myself.
Being lawful good is a form of punishment on yourself.
Yeah, I never play lawful good either. That's just as lame as like full on murder hobo evil for me.
I would like to do like an all evil, like one shot or something.
Just all different characters.
We could totally do that. We could do like a different perspective of Calastia. All evil characters.
Like people who are down with the sickness.
For sure. That's definitely we could definitely talk about. Maybe here and then in a foreseeable future we'll set something up like that and just have some fun and wreak havoc. You have to be all old ladies and all sorcerers.
What's the worst thing I've
done? That thing.
And again.
Yeah, it was me.
else have anything to say?
Hi, my name is Sandra. I'm from Ohio. I have a question for DM Ian. Where do you get all your ideas from, Ian? It's so good, and I just have such fun. Hi, you're great.
Well, Sandra, first of all, DM me for all my recipes. Second of all, plagiarism. I mean, I like to take a hot bath and drink a cup of cocoa while soaking in the tub. That's where I get on my ideas.
That was just as sexy as I was hoping it would be. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Sandra. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm done. I'm going out on a high note. You guys have been great.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. We will be back next week with our regular scheduled programming, and then go on from there. Hopefully we got all the bugs and stuff figured out.
What level are we supposed to be right now?
What level does it say in your character sheet right now? You should be level
I don't remember.
Should be level 4.
Everybody at level 4? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I don't think
so. Next week we'll be starting a session off as you guys enter the city of Drell. Drell, as I said, it's a very, very posh and very, very ripe with money. So who knows what kind of trouble and or new side quests you guys could pick up while there, and what new information you could possibly gain about Horchip, the slave trading ironbred.
Huh?
Thank you guys for coming. We got a few follows tonight, or no, we got a follow from Venomous HD. Thank you so much.
We got
and then we got a
we got 3.
We got 3.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah, just
Tan Kaiser.
Yep, 2 of them came in like a little bit before we started.
Okay, and then we got a subscription from Silver Lord. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Sliver
it.
Lord.
Sliver Lord. Excuse me. Thank you guys once again. We will see you next week. Stay safe out there in these crazy times. Wear your masks.
Bye, everybody.
Don't get any coronavirus babies.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Bye.
Yeah, he knows.
Bye-bye.
Bye.